Okay. Back from the gym and ready to grind. Gotta grind those real life stats. You get level ups. And then you're good to go. I hear the end game perks for working out in real life are really, really good. Get like bonuses to stamina and damage. A whole bunch of stuff. Gosh, this game is pretty. Holy, why am I so full of energy at 2 o'clock in the morning? That's not. It's not right.
You can entrust your goods without worry, since it's an official trade zone approved by the head of the Merchant Guild.
start some rice. While my character auto runs to Calpheon. Yeah.
Alphion is big, isn't it?
This is the Bank of Hope.
Hey, you're not the only one busy.
The Bank of Hope operates only for the citizens.
Yo,
It's white person.
I'm back.
Hello.
You're on my stream. How do you feel about that?
We're on your stream.
Oh yeah, buddy.
What do you stream?
Streaming Black Desert Online, of course.
Can they hear us?
Oh, absolutely.
How many viewers you got?
About 50 at the moment.
Yeah.
Nah, I've got about 0 by my.
I'm gonna be the
guesstimate.
next famous background person in streams.
Honestly, though, let's be real. Background people in streams are the real MVPs.
Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes it's. No, don't get me wrong. Sometimes the streamers are like really important, but sometimes like the people that they have in streams as well help make the stream what it is.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely like. There's even a few YouTubers who like their background people are like why I stick around.
There's one of my favorite streamers. He also uploads a lot of his stuff onto Twitch, onto YouTube as well. His name is Fat Guy. He does like Paper Mario stuff.
It's me. I'm Fat Guy.
You're not Fat Guy.
I'm not Fat Guy.
You don't play Paper Mario.
No, I don't.
But some of the the personalities that are also like in the background, like his buddies and stuff that are in the streams, help make this. Like he'd be good by himself, but his friends add quite a bit to it as well. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alright, now we're just gonna watch this cooking XP go all the way up.
You're grinding and streaming. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Well, before you came in here, I was watching the rundown.
I don't know what you just said, but
The explanation of the Obi-Wan vs. Darth Maul fight in Star Wars Rebels. Because I'm a nerd like that.
Family Fame Fund. Nice, I got a mill. God, I get a lot of those marketplace sales notifications. There's a very small chance that I will get cold draft beer once I am skilled 1 or higher. I am not skilled 1 or higher, but does it take energy for me to cook? Probably. No, it actually doesn't. That's really nice, actually. I really thought it would. Strongly seasoned dish. You just get so many byproducts from cooking. And you can turn them in for like more cooking XP or like just straight up more of the thing that you were making in the first place.
I mean, sometimes that happens in cooking, depending on what you cook.
That's true, but I'm making beer and I'm getting like strongly seasoned dish and taken out food and dish with a weird texture, dish with more
What?
ingredients.
You're making beer!
Right?
What are you grabbing the hops and the mash and then like cooking them up and like, yeah, this is now food.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that must be what I'm doing.
All the yeast has taken all the nutrients out of this, but I'll still sell this and make a profit somehow.
Mm-hmm. And see, like I'm making the beer with right now it's with wheat, some leavening agent, sugar, and mineral water. Combining it to make beer, so it's like a cooking skill up. Nice.
I mean, you could get beer out of that. I don't think it'd be super tasty.
Doesn't
Don't
matter.
have
I'm just giving it
hops.
to my slaves anyway.
Oh, okay.
It's
Are you
just
giving alcohol to your slaves?
huh?
Or like dwarfs?
Because, no, they're worker scum, so they require beer to, get through the dullness of each day.
They need alcohol to come to terms with their enslavement.
Mm-hmm. Although, to be fair, this is actually a lot better than I thought it would be, because I was like worried that I wasn't gonna get payment back on my like investment. I thought for sure that like it was gonna take more workers to gather the stuff than I would get in beer to increase their stamina. But I made like 15 beer off the first couple runs that they did, and that like almost completely restored all the stamina that they'd used over the last like 10 hours. And now I have enough stuff to make like 50 beer, so in theory I can just wait and they'll just keep gathering resources for me. And I'll just
You
get
can
more
go
and
infinite!
more stuff. Yeah.
Minus time.
Yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like but the more workers I have, the more stuff I'll get, and like the more it's just like I can just like in theory if I had enough resources I could leave my character cooking all night to make beer. And that would just increase my character's skill and you still get all the byproducts and stuff that you can turn in. Like one of these byproducts I can turn in 4 beer straight up. Dish with more ingredients can be traded in. 2 of them can be traded in for beer, and I have 9 of them so far. So that's just 4 extra beer on top. God, my gear is kind of trash. I really need to get an upgrade for like my main pieces. My headpiece, chest piece, boots, gloves. I'm falling behind in my defense, which really sucks. I still don't have enough attack either. Although if I got the rings that I needed, then it would be okay. Cooking level up. Nice. I'm really glad that I decided to get the better stove, because boy does it cut down on cooking time. Like, it's just straight up I save 5 seconds each time, and it goes from like 20 to like 15.
So are you in the end game?
No, not really. I'm like early, like pretty fucking early. I'm beginning my end game activities. I need to level up my life skills so that I have like a trade. Like, I'm gonna go with cooking because I can make stuff to help my workers get me more shit. And then I might go into like farming or alchemy. It's just so that I can make, like, straight up make potions or something like that. But I'm gonna need to get like fishing up because I'm gonna need fish to cook. And I'm gonna need to get farming up because there's some ingredients that are really expensive. And I straight up don't know how to do farming. So that's gonna be interesting. And like, there's so many skills. Like, this is almost RuneScape-esque. I've been saying that a lot. Like, it's a lot like RuneScape, though. It really is. Because, like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 life skills and like a bunch of battle stats, and each one is leveled up by doing it. Like, right now I'm just sitting here cooking, and it's increasing my cooking level, and I just have to keep doing this over and over again until I'm out of materials, and then I send my people out again, and they get more materials, and I do it again, and it's... Honestly, I kind of like this style of game. Not a lot of... Like, some people aren't a huge fan, but I really like it, because it feels like I'm, you know, doing something. There's always something to do, and if you do it efficiently, then, you know, you're winning. How the heck do I have 2,700 HP? That's ridiculous. I am tanky as heck. Oh. I have 5 more beer worth of wheat, and then I'm gonna move on to barley. That rice should be done now. Huh? Saucy? I don't know, I guess give it a... Maybe toss it on the heat again? Hmm? Might just have to drain it off. I don't know. I can't believe I actually got the drop I wanted. I really wasn't expecting to get that many of them today. I've got like 3 items that I needed. Kinda nice, to be honest. Took a lot of friggin' grinding, though.
Well, I mean, if it's a RuneScape past game, I imagine it's a lot of grinding.
Yeah, there really is. I need 2 leavening agent. I need 1 sugar. I need 6 mineral water. And I need to produce a batch. And I will make 16 of them, because that is how many I have the ingredients for. And while my character's doing that, I can go to another menu, because this game is actually amazing. And I'm going to... Hey! That node is level 2 now. I don't know what that does, but hopefully something good. I wish there was a way to make my people automatically drink beer when they've got tired, but there doesn't seem to be. Hey, cooking level up. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna hit level 10 off this. I might have to buy a little more wheat to get her done. I feel like I should find something for this guy to do. Like, what is...
Send him out into the city. Tell him to go to random houses, knock on the door, and murder the first person that answers the door.
Special sunflower. Oh, no, I don't need special sunflower. I need sunflowers. I don't need special sunflowers. I could get some birch lumber. That's... I don't really need that, though. Coal? That doesn't seem like a bad resource to have some of. Of course, I'd have to send that to Kaplan, probably. Sonal Camp doesn't have any resources. That doesn't have any resources. is that? Is there anywhere else I can get any, like, beer making stuff from? I'd probably have to go to this farm. The only notable exports of a lot of these places are despair. I could get some tater farms up and running.
Taters? What? Taters, hobbits?
You never had a tater? What's wrong with ye? There's so many places where I can get, like, flax, but I have no use for flax as of yet. Or I could get, like, paprika. I don't know what I'd use that for. Do they not even have, like, a specialty at that farm? Like, these guys at least have a specialty. Oh, I just went to the gym. I feel like a million ducks.
Feel like a million ducks?
Yeah, a whole million of them. Am I done cooking yet? I think I am. Yep. All done. I think I'm gonna send my last worker to go get birch lumber.
If you can't afford to pay back, don't take out a loan.
I'm going to leave 20 beer here, and then I'm going to move 60 to the other place, because I'm always going to be coming here to make beer, so there'll be plenty. But I want to have a bunch in the other city, so that I don't lose it. Which means I'm also going to leave my beer making materials here. I need to buy more houses. Put a bunch of things on the market board and sell a bunch of other things. Actually, if I can get one more worker, I might as well send them out to get birch lumber from there as well. I could go to the Bree Tree Ruins. and get birch lumber from there, as well as old dandelion and get birch lumber from there. And then I'd be getting a bunch of it. Can I talk to people while mounted? No, that would be too easy. Alright.
I have weapons upon these. Have a look.
Bunch of rusty.
Come on, RJ, you've played these games before. You should know you can't do anything while on them.
See, here's the thing. In Final Fantasy, you could talk to people while mounted.
You originally couldn't.
But they fixed it. They fixed it, Dan. What else do I need to sell? Boop, 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 boop. Gone, 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 and gone. Oh, right, I won't be able to sell that because I need to repair it. 5, 6. It's worth like 6 mils, so if I can get the base sword for like 100k, it's totally worth it.
Save your money in storage. If you get a residence, everything can acknowledge. You can have access to investment bank.
Yeah, I'll put that down in my house because I don't want to deal with it, but... What can I do with...
Get on your feet if you're done.
What life skill is this leveling? Oh, processing.
Is that what they call it? Life skills?
Yes, life skills. Oh wow, those are worth like 2 grand right off the hop. What the heck? Well, that's hella worth it because you get 2 per log. Oh, but it uses like 5 per. Okay, that's why.
What's wrong? Get on your feet if you're done.
Processing rank up.
Hey, you're not the only one, Disney. Manners. Where are your manners?
What do I do with that? Well,
I respect humans. Giovanni taught me to.
well, I think that's part of Processing level up. Nice. Well, this is definitely not going as planned. Come on. Succeed! I need more of these stones. They're worth millions. Each one is actually worth 4 million silver. And I'm gonna have like 7 of them, which is nice.
Well, I don't want to be that guy, but it's getting late. It's not thinking go bed.
Dan,
Is the bank of hope.
come on. What are you doing?
Hey man,
Get it
tired.
together, man.
I gotta get up 5 in the morning on Monday.
It's awful.
The wild in the chaos.
I have to
right?
work tomorrow, but
Maybe you should go to bed too.
I can't. I took some pre-workout, and I am ready to go.
Oh, well, sorry to hear that, but I'm gonna go to sleep.
Alright, good night, Dan. You have a good one.
Good night, RJ. Good night, Tristan.
Tristan's dead.
He's got a whip on his mic. It's not good.
Hmm.
Anyways, laters.
Later.
Cease your prejudice against goblins.
Okay. Nice. And then the last one. Is over here. I'll have to remember all these locations eventually, but for now, it should be alright.
My cute baby. I will brood over you.
Now, I want to connect that node. So we'll probably have to connect this one, and then go up into here. Then I can get some birch timber. Actually, isn't there a way? There or there. Okay. This one, hopefully, this farm actually does produce something worthwhile. It's looks like tomatoes or something, but I just can't seem to see it.
Are you also here because of, what did you call it? The ruin?
Okay. So he's doing lumbering. once I get this last lumber node figured out.
No needles, Guru! Be relieved, Guru!
There, Mr. Dork.
I'm only going to be able to do 6 checks. How much money do I have on me? 18,000? That's enough. I'm not taking that chance. So I get a couple skilled workers, I'm going to be able to grab them both.
This is the Bank of Hope.
Don't want any layabouts.
Do you need contracts with workers?
Oh, unlucky. But it'll still be good for like 8 hours. Can always get rid of them. I need one more. Oh yeah, it'll take him like 40 minutes. He's really good move speed. Almost no luck. But he'll do his job. Which is perfect. That's what I need to do. And what am I getting from here? Oh, maple lumber, right. That's honey. That's wheat. And that's wheat as well. I'm gonna finish this mission because I'm on step 6 and I didn't want to quit it.
The bank
And I'm
oh,
in town.
operates only for the citizens.
Yes, I'm not nearly good enough to do that yet. Milk can go in there. Just this way. So that whole thing was like 5. I'm not too worried about it. Excuse me. I need Mercenary's Greatsword, and I need 4 of them. No. Fortunate. else does it have to be put into? Weapon. Weapon. And I can't put it into the great sword because it doesn't have one. Awesome. I'm gonna sell them straight up. That's money in the bank. And I wish I could sell that, but I gotta wait.
Side. Want to learn combat skills?
ever undervalued.
Oh, those are incredibly overpriced. Cool. Now I just need those rings, and I'll be good to go. So, I'm going back to Heidel. Alright, this should take me right to that horse dude. So,
Would you like to see the greatest horse in Caltheon?
alright.
If you have a lot of stuff, leave it with me. Within your allowed space, of course.
Just had to drop a few things off here. I'm gonna keep on heading over to Helms Pass. This better auto run. Let's make my rice.
I'm gonna head up.
Alright. I didn't even know you were here, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
I'll
I was here.
I'll talk to you later.
Alright, good luck, Tristan. Everyone needs a little luck. Yeah, I forgot I was in Discord. Yes! Finally! Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going so good now that I have my fucking two-handed sword. Holy shit, dude. My class went from a pushover to the goddamn king. Holy shit. This is where all my sustain was hiding.
I'm glad that they updated an update for Mystics that I was a little concerned about, but it looks they're nerfing it. But they're not nerfing it so bad that it's not going to be unusable anymore, which is good.
That's good.
Yeah, basically, they're just. It looks like they're going to tone down their damage right now because it's just not really reasonable. Considering that they're supposed to be tanky, impossible to get away from, virtually immune to magic, short cooldowns and all their combos. They don't even have a long cooldown ability. Possession of the two of the hardest hitting attacks in the game, 1 out of 3 seconds and 1 out of 6 seconds damage. One knocks you back like 10 feet. You literally can't move while you're getting hit by it. It's just CC stun lock. It's okay. The vision for the class is unfair. Which is why the game started rolling. I'm glad the news is out there because I was wondering how long it would take the BDO to fix balance issues, but apparently not that long. Because I don't really want to play something OP that everyone else is playing, but it's also a lot of fun. So yeah, there's a lot to learn about this game though. In fact, just reading guides and stuff, I'm not really overwhelmed as much as like I have other stuff I have to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Although I keep forgetting to leave it on. How much inventory space do you get by max level from class?
A lot.
A lot. Okay, good.
They also gave me like
Oh, wait a minute. You have words. I love the quests that just put you in a camp of like 100 mobs and they kill like 80 of them. It's like, oh, okay. I can do this. Am I poisoning goblin soup? Is that basically what's happening with these Gerto?
probably.
Why? I already just killed the whole cave. Why can't we just keep doing this? We don't need subterfuge in this war. It's like, let's poison their soup so that we don't have to completely ass stomp them like we have been. And there's, I don't get it. Although I haven't paid attention to the story in this game, I've just been fucking skipping everything. Not because it's bad, just because I'm not interested. I mean, quite frankly, if I want to play a story game, I'll play Yes or something else. Don't really play the MMO for the story. Although I like it when the story's good and I learn about it later, but... Kill Naruto fighters? I'm pretty sure I massacred like 10 of them earlier while I was fighting 100. Why couldn't he give me the quest then?
Right?
So now that you've killed 80, and probably 100 of the ones you need, can you get 2 more? I like my numbers to be even. It's like, okay. And I don't really care. 'Cause as long as the game is getting me to punch stuff, that's pretty much
What's this guy's name? Papa Shadow. Or Shadow with 2 D's and 2 W's. What's the friends button?
And
Oh my god, please stop hitting me. There. Or, you could not do that while I'm trying to fucking add a friend. Thanks, NPCs.
what did they do now? Learn about the Karuto amulet. Okay. Do I do that in the cave road? Okay. Oh, looks like it's taking me out.
I just don't stop attacking now. Like, there's no downtime. My auto attacks literally never stop. So, if I ever do run out of, like, you know, abilities to use, which never happens, because I can switch between weapons.
I heard one of the most fun parts about the game at endgame is that when you awaken, you essentially become overpowered on all characters. On purpose, like, especially in their own. But that it's kind of got like a if Diablo did it right feel for PvP, in the sense that it's two like characters who might as well be akin to gods as far as we're concerned when it comes to fighting, right? Passionate, you know? Like, one of the reasons apparently that this game's PvP is so good is because it's very Diablo-esque right here, which is basically, you ever hear about the Diablo paradigm when Diablo 3 PvP came out?
No, not really. I didn't do any of it, so...
Okay, well, the Diablo paradigm is basically that you start off as an adventurer who's strong, and by the end of the game, you're god. That's the goal, right? Diablo is to make you, you become so godly that you just stomp enemies to the point where they have to inflate the numbers super high, so that you can flex your e-manly godly powers, right? That's just kind of the point of Diablo and Dungeon Crafting in general.
Yeah.
But the problem with Diablo PvP is that because Diablo focused too offensively in its numbers, that even with the 50 or 60% PvP reduction that came out with PvP, you would stomp a character to hits in the same gear as you, like not uneven PvP. You'd wreck them. So, what do you think the problem was from what you can remember about Diablo 3?
Everyone hit really hard, but didn't have many resistances.
Wizards. Wizards were the problem.
Oh, good.
Know why? Because not
Meteor?
only could they keep away from you, no, didn't need meteor.
Oh.
When I say 2 hits, RJ, I mean like 2 normal auto attack hits. Like,
Oh, that's a shame.
so, are you ready? So you're PvPing against a wizard. I want you to picture this, right?
Right?
And this wizard has you beat before you even started the game. There's nothing you can do about it. Storm armor.
Fair.
With the extra damage. Because here's what's going to happen, right? Since everyone dies in 2 hits instead of 1, quite literally, there's no one-shots except for shots you can easily dodge, right?
Right.
Storm armor is going to hit you no matter what while you're going to the wizard. You're going to take out most of your health. And then when you hit the wizard, you're going to take reflect damage because of the storm sword.
Amazing.
So you can't kill the wizard no matter what you do. The wizard wants you to come to him. So it totally broke PvP because he was just like, I don't do anything.
I'll just stand here. So
And I
stupid.
won the game. Yeah, it's really dumb. It's fun as well. And then the only people who could sometimes get the wizard are demon hunters who made wizards impatient. Because they would just put down traps and pray that the trap would go off before the thunderstorm went off twice. But then wizards had figured out how to counter that by getting more attack speed. Because they found out, hey, wait a minute, Storm Armor's proc takes attack speed into account. And that's when PvP in Diablo 3 literally died. Because when you stacked attack speed, you'd only have to sacrifice about 25-ish% of your damage, 30%, seems like a big amount. But you would attack 4.3 times as fast.
Oh.
The Thunderstorm Archer literally came down like
Jesus.
pristine. And it was 3 hits now to kill you instead of 2, but who cares?
Because it was 4 times as fast.
Still killed you 180% faster. Like, oh, pretty dumb. So Diablo totally fucked that up. Like, really badly.
Because no one else was a god.
Yeah.
In comparison to the
Exactly,
wizard.
and that was the problem, whereas I've heard in BDO, the class strengths really do feel like that in PvP. The class weaknesses are prevalent in PvP, and the class counters are really prevalent.
Yeah, but like, you know how you said like warriors are tanky, really hard to kill, really hard to one-shot? Like, I know this isn't an exact great comparison or whatever, but on your highest level character, what is your health? Probably around like 1,000 right now. Maybe like
Right now,
800
yeah,
to
I'm pretty low
1,000.
level.
But like you're level 40, you don't get that much health per level. You know, even if you equaled out at level 56 when you awaken to like, we'll be generous and say like 1,300 health, right? My warrior currently has 2,700 health because of a perk that I take that just gives me 100 armor a level after level 50.
Yep. No, I'm aware of that.
That's so stupid!
It's a lot. But that's because warriors are supposed to be really good on the front line. They're supposed to be tanky. Because as soon as you take that away from warrior, it's game over.
But like, there was a person in full PvP gear who came up and wanted me to leave some mobs alone. Fair enough, I can't do anything about that. I hit them and they didn't take any damage. But they hit me and I didn't die. So I just stunned them and ran away.
Like, oh.
And I don't even have good armor on yet. Like, I just have armor that buffs my health and like DP gives me a little AP in the side. Like, also the boss fights. Oh my god, the boss fights are so good, dude. Like, straight up fun as fuck. I was killing like these cyclopses in the forests, and they have like, you know, fairly obvious tells, but there's a few quicker ones. But you have iframes on your rolls, so you're just like dodging out of the way and then blasting them in the back. Like, your goal is to get behind the target so you can do your back attack damage, and just absolutely cream them. And oh my god, it feels so good when you like completely juke out an ability from a boss when he's doing like a 10-hit combo, and you're behind him and you can just absolutely lay into him. And that was before I got all my fucking duo weapons and stuff like that, so
Yeah,
I do
no, I'm glad
even
you're
more.
enjoying it. One of the things I would read about, just if you want to get good at PvP kind of like I do, is do read about who your counters are, and which matchups you should avoid.
I definitely need to avoid anyone with any amount of range or jump aways, because I only have like 2 moves that make me move forward.
Like, the Warrior Mystic paradigm was actually kind of funny, because it's like, it's a really interesting one, because Mystic, a geared Mystic and a geared Warrior is actually a pretty fun match. He says the reason it's such a fun match is because the only possibility for the Mystic to win, and it's just a possibility, is you have to basically play in and out. You have to go in with all your CCs, you have to make sure you land the first CC, and then you have to get out before that CC ends, or the Warrior's just going to get all the damage. He said that's the only way you can kind of fight a Warrior. But the problem the Warrior has against Mystic isn't that he can't kill Mystic, because he can. Because unless the Mystic plays the in and out game for like 4 solid minutes, you're not gonna die. Especially with potions. With potions, you're just straight up not gonna die. Like if you're going to alchemy and make potions, a Mystic just isn't designed to kill you. So with any kind of healing that doesn't require you to hit me, you're gonna win. Because I am gonna lose some health every time I go in, and I can't heal outside of potions. So it's basically a stalemate fight, right? The only reason that the Mystic doesn't have to worry about warriors isn't because warriors can't kill Mystics, it's because warriors can't catch Mystics. So it's less that the Mystic is a badass in the face of a warrior, and more that the Mystic can run away really good.
And it's like, I think the only real chance that I would have to like catch you off guard is to use my one dash and then grab you and hope your grapple resistance isn't high enough to make it stop.
Right, and there's 2 types of CC escapes in this game, right? Or escapes that I've found. There's outright dashes, right? Which we just refer to as mobility. And there's evasiveness, which is basically how many of your abilities can you flip around and generate iframes. Okay? So Mystic doesn't have the highest mobility in the game, but she has one of the highest. Right? The people who have higher mobility or dashes would be the Musa and the Maywa. Okay? They can, when it comes to mobility, those two are just huge. And
Musa is so ridiculous.
Yeah, they just have a ton of dash. They're almost impossible to run away from. Their weaknesses are expressed in combat, not at initiating combat, because they are very good at keeping the best, as a matter of fact. And ninjas have comparable mobility to Mystic. It's really hard to place one above the other, but for sure, Musa and Maywa have the highest mobility. It's not even a contest. Lon has the best burst mobility in the game. They can cover a huge distance, but it's on about an 18-second cooldown. And when I say huge, I mean like they can literally, in about the amount of time it takes to do 2 dashes, travel the distance of about 4 dashes. But it's about an 18-second cooldown to do.
Wait, which class is that?
Lon.
Lon?
Yeah, it's the
are those the one that fucking, like, that
Chainsaw?
dash, is it like the one where they like jump in the
running
air?
on the air?
Yeah, they jump and then they like glide almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen
exactly.
that done, and it was definitely done by someone who was running away from me because they made a fucking mistake. They turned
And
on
once they do
PvP and hit
it's
me.
a huge amount of distance advantage for
Oh
them.
yeah,
It's like, oh my god.
I didn't even bother. But like,
Yeah.
they blatantly hit me like 7 times after a stun, and I just didn't take any damage, and they were like, oops. I hit them once, and half their fucking health fell off.
Lon's not particularly powerful in low man PvP, because there's 2 types of PvP, right? There's low man and siege. And not all classes are good at both. I mean, like, ninja is one of the, man, if you can get good at that, I've seen some pretty beastly ninjas streaming on BDO who just almost can't die in 1v1s, even against classes that are matched poorly against, just because so many iframes.
Yeah.
Which is really advantageous. Iframes are extremely advantageous in 1v1s or 1-man situations. But in AoE clusterfuck situations, the ninja has no defense, and is a melee, which means that the moment that his iframes are down, which happens frequently, right? Short cooldowns, short durations, he just dies to all the wizard's AoEs.
Yeah.
He just falls over. So all of a sudden this top tier PvP class in Siege becomes almost bottom of the barrel. Everything he was good at can't be
You
good at.
garbage and you'll always be garbage.
Whereas with Lon is actually really, really crazy. Because Lon is a burst class, that's why it has the 18-second dash. So what Lon does in 1v1 PvP is run away. This is kind of what she does. She can fight range classes and casters the same way you expect any assassin. And she keeps up alright, but inconsistently, so. But where she really shines is her AoE burst and AoE CC. Her single target CC is great, her single target damage isn't amazing. But her, and her sustained AoE and sustained AoE CC also not amazing. But her burst AoE and burst AoE CC, let me put it this way. Wizards have to stand still and hardcast to maintain the same burst that she can do while moving when her abilities are all up. So AoE, She's a queen. She also happens to be able to be tanky for short periods of time. Just inconsistently, so what she does is literally hops into the fray with her tankiness on, chops enemies for a whole bunch of health and AoE and siege, and leaps the fuck back out like nothing to do here. That's what she's good at. Unfortunately, as you and I could probably agree, that's a niche that's better suited to wizards, which is Dark Knights, right? They're just better at it because the thing with Dark Knight is they do virtually a little less burst, but much higher sustain, okay? And they can do it from a range with just as much CC, so they really don't need to be in the fray like a Lon does. So Lon, I'm sure Lon's going to get a buff eventually because a lot of people feel that it's a little underpowered. I play it because I have fun with it, but it does feel a little weaker than like Mystic or Sorcerer, Sorceress.
And I'm just over here swinging a chunk of metal at people.
Yeah. There hasn't really been any that I haven't enjoyed that I've tried. I've tried them all, including Warrior. Not all the new Awaken, obviously.
Warrior honestly doesn't feel that great until Awakening. It was fun while I was like leveling because I hadn't done it before, but if I had to level another Warrior, I would get bored very, very quickly. Whereas like Wizard, fuck that shit's fun. Like, straight up.
Wizard's funny because I was trying to pick between Witch and Wizard. And the main difference is that Wizard has a grab and is more aggressive. With block and more range. And I just watched the video proposed and watching the Wizard teleport in, pick a guy up, and then blow him up, and the fire from him hits everyone around him, and the Wizard, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go Wizard.
My god, have you fucked around with the node shit yet? Oh my goodness. Just the amount of shit. I'm currently just making a crap ton of beer to get my cooking up, because cooking is going to be a skill that I need.
Beer for your workers.
Yeah, I'm making beer for my workers while I level it, because it's really easy and cheap. Ooh, I got a third part of my forbidden book. If I get 5 of those, I might get myself a Kazarka weapon without having to do any world boss.
Holla, what's up guys? It's your boy, a preacher. Yeah.
Also, the fact that, like, my character... Lid Boy? What the hell did I get that title for? Lid Boy. Hold on. Some of the titles are goofy. Right now I'm RJ the Depressed. It's like, wow, that fits me.
This game knows me.
Skilled Explorer keys. Preacher of Selfism. Oh. Level reached. Now I have my own devoted followers. I am an influential figure in this world. That's right, me. Supreme ruler. The one who doesn't know me will teach my power.
But I think honestly for me, the two classes that have absolutely stolen me at this point are probably Mystic and Dark Knight. They're just the ones I'm having the most fun on. I still enjoy some other ones like Lon. It's fun. Wizard's fun. Sorceress is weird. I'm almost playing her as a challenge. She's tricky. Like, sorry, what
Sorry,
what
I was reading my fucking thing. I have a title named Swag. So you can't handle my smarts. If you don't like it, go study. It's because I have a lot of world knowledge.
Oh.
Fuck. Anyways, sorry.
No,
right?
I'm just waiting for coffee to brew them. I'm gonna go outside for a cigarette, but I'll take you with me.
Fair enough.
As to say.
Brother of Goyen. Actually, I am going to apply that title because...
So the only question I would have for you, since you know more about the game now, is should I just focus on leveling for now? Say to hell with everything else? Do it once I'm capped?
Well, I would say, like, once you hit like level 50, you're gonna want to do all the side quests. That's what I'm gonna say. Do all the side quests to get yourself ready for the fact that you're gonna need hundreds and
2
hundreds
seconds
of.
there, Jim. Alright, listen here, you fucking salad.
Yeah.
You get that vegetable barded shit off my fucking plate. I don't want to hear about your shit ever again. I will buy shares into the companies that all your favorite games are in and have all of your classes nerfed to the ground.
Yes. I don't understand, but I do understand.
You know what I would do? Like if I was a supervillain, I'd find the people I don't like and what games they like to play, and I wouldn't nerf their classes. I would nerf the quality of life of their classes.
Perfect.
Like I would innately bind all the warrior skills like all over the keyboard instead of just concentrated around Wasta.
It's okay. I can use all the combos. I can use all the combos. I just can't look around with my mouse.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be evil to like change your F lines over to fucking like O?
Oh god.
And change your Q binds to F11.
I'd have to get like a custom binder or
Yeah,
something.
and left click to number pad 4.
Okay.
So let's calm down there, Satan.
Calm down there, Satan. But like, to continue, you should probably do all the side quests to get ready for the
what
fact.
I wanted to stop you on there, when I say leveling, I don't mean stop questing. I know that questing doesn't really level you, but when I say leveling, I mean questing while grinding.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's pretty much what you're gonna do. You're gonna do the main quest. You're gonna go until leveling is uncomfortable in that area, and then you'll move on. It's pretty much just how you do it. If like on other classes, once you have a comfortable amount of contribution points, because it's all shared, you can just straight up grind your way up there. Although the Black Spirit quest is mandatory anyway, so even if you are grinding a secondary class, always do the main story.
I figured it would be what unlocks your awakening and stuff eventually anyways.
That's actually separate, funny enough. It's
Is it
just
really?
that the main story has like a lot of gold and a lot of like contribution point and skill point unlocks, and skill point unlocks are not like a bunch of dailies are locked behind the main quest that give you skill points to grind.
Hey, you know what else is funny? I don't give a shit about the millions you get from the story.
Yeah?
Because I am a professional AFK fisher.
How do you do the AFK fishing? I thought it was an active skill.
No, you can AFK it for duration instead. So basically you can play a minigame to fish up fish faster, or you can have it fish up a fish every 3 minutes or so.
Okay.
And relic shards and stuff, so you basically just choose to auto-fish instead of playing the minigame.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if... I'm trying to remember, because I'm not. I'm just starting it tonight. But the video I watched, I can't remember if you choose auto-fishing, or if you just fish and then don't pick up the fish. I think if you don't pick up the fish, it auto-picks up the fish. Might be the other way it works. After a certain amount of time. I'm not sure, but there is a way to AFK fish, that's why you see people doing it.
Yeah, I figured.
You have to connect trade, and you have to get good at trade. But the real way to make money in the game, if you want to make more money than everyone else, is trade.
Yeah.
But you need real money for it too, because you have to buy a trade card. It's also the highest investment as far as you will already be rich when you start trading, because you will need to level your trade up, which is very expensive and time consuming. But once it's leveled up, I mean, if you're sitting at your computer computer, there's no better way to make money. If you're leaving your computer on overnight, trade's not going to do much, but
And that's where,
you're
like,
be there to trade it between trade managers. But if you're just going to deliver things between folks, trade is insane. Literally, you take a trip from one city to the other, and you can get like 180,000 silver for that trip. And it takes you, because they're pretty fast cards, 5 minutes. So you just auto-generate because it auto-paths it all, like 4 million silver an hour.
yeah, and that's not bad. There
Yeah.
are, like,
Gathering is faster, but it's not easy.
gathering fucking sucks. I would definitely rather, like, send out workers and have them gather and then do
Oh, no, I know.
production.
It's just that he showed in the video that only came out 3 months ago, so it's pretty recent through the Foundry. That if you do gather, while most people don't, the reason gathering is good money is because most people don't do it because there's so many good AFK ways to make money. But from an actual money per hour standpoint, if you were to level up your gatherings to full and hit everything, you would make more money than everyone else. But you would have to sit at your computer and do it the whole time. There's no AFK method for it outside of having work foundation done, which is significantly slower than getting it yourself. But it's free because it only costs you beer. So.
And actually, funny enough, nobody is selling beer on our server, or on our...
Because they all use it,
Yeah.
from what I saw. The reason that you won't be able to buy beer, and they suggest you make it because the ingredients are so cheap that even people who don't want to level cooking make beer. Because why wouldn't you? It's such a joke. You get a couple of your workers to harvest the beer, which means that all you do is dedicate a small percent of your workforce to harvesting beer, and then your workers essentially pay for themselves
Yeah,
with
they
a
really...
small fraction, right? So you can essentially turn gathering into a free auto AFK farm thing. And then it's just a matter of getting really high-tiered workers later on, because the problem with early workers is they're significantly worse than other orange workers and stuff like that. But
Yeah, but every 10 levels they can level up, so long as you're continually, like, not only level up as in their level, but level up their quality every 10 levels, so you can go from a green to a
I just
blue.
think that the problem was that the skill system, like horses, is a bit RNG, and can only be undone with high amounts of silver or real money. So it's one of those things where if you get shitty skills, you have to hire a new worker and level a new one up. Right?
Yeah. But you
If
can
you want
always
to.
just, yeah, you can always just make
Right.
the ones that are shitty do menial tasks. The best, or at least from what I've been reading, although admittedly it's been a mix of old and new shit.
Which is also, by
because-
the way, the reason that horse breeding is not considered a good way to make money, because the problem with it is horse prices exponentially fly high, but only when the right skills are maintained, and there's so many walls of RNG to get the right skills for the horse. Because it's true, when you make a proper horse, you can sell that shit for like 180 million. Like, people will pay you what they ask for it. But the problem is, you're gonna have to make fucking like 90 horses to make that one that you want. And all the other ones are only gonna sell for anywhere between 3 and 10. Which sounds like a lot of money, because it is, until you realize it takes you like an entire day of sitting at your computer to train a horse. And that's if you're leveled up.
Because it's your, like, riding that affects it, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the leveling. So like you level it, and then you have to do a bit of the training and breeding to get the right ones to increase the RNG for the skills. And then yes, once you've done that, if you want to see what skills it got and what ranks it's going to get, you have to level it all the way up and see what procs. And to do that, you pretty much have to ride. Yeah, you're right. That's why I thought a lot of people do that.
I don't blame
So
not
they-
a lot of people for doing that, because that
Well,
sounds
what they-
fucking awful.
Yeah, well, what they say is that you're probably going to have to make your own horse. Because 100... what was it? It depends. If you want to get into the trade or not. Like, if you get into the economics of the game and you start making money outside of family fame, like a good amount of it, like AFK fishing and shit like that, right? So that you're at least raking in a couple millions over a day, then 180 million's not that much. It basically means save up for a month, buy your horse, right? Congratulations, you now have a perfect horse with perfect skills. You'll never need another one. At most, you'll buy a trade cart with real money later if you want it. But for a horse, you're totally set. Okay? Now, you might want more than one horse, because multiple characters, right? which I also chuckled. Did you know that there's a guy who's bought, what was it, like 11 BDO accounts when they went on sale for $6 each? Streams on Twitch.
I did not know that.
Okay, so he has one account that he plays and 10 accounts that AFK gather shit. All on lowest optimal settings, so it doesn't take that much resource to run them all on a couple computers. He has like a laptop that runs 2 and a spare PC that runs like 4 of the lowest windows. They're all constantly gathering, so he's literally ripping out. Do you need some water, Alec? Okay. He's literally ripping out somewhere like 40 million or 45 million silver a day.
Jeez.
Just AFK. And he says at some point he's considering increasing the rate by actually playing the other accounts and getting his family fame up, so that he can get the daily silver for free. Because that would put him at closer to 56 million a day.
That's ridiculous.
And I was just, but the question that was asked that got the most attention that people were spamming in the chat was why? like why? What are you gonna do with all that money? Like what can you buy? It's true that every time someone buys a real money item and puts it on the auction, you can buy it if you want. But why?
Just because he can. Admittedly, I think I saw a YouTube video of that guy. Isn't he shooting for like $1 trillion by the end of like the next year or something?
Say again there, RJ. I missed that.
I think I saw at least a couple videos of that guy, because if I remember correctly, he's shooting for like $1 billion, or sorry, $1 trillion by.
It might be the same guy. I'm not sure. I never heard him say anything about $1 trillion.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to get like. It's either $1 billion or $1 trillion, one or the other.
I know he needs multiple characters to store all of his shit. Not characters, sorry, just store his silver. He had to create mules with weight on his main account to store the money he has. Because the problem is there's just not enough room to store $1 trillion. Because I mean, wait, couldn't you put it in storage, or does storage have a cap?
I don't think storage has a cap, but you could always put it. You could always put it in gold bars, because those don't. Those have like a 10,000 cap for.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure why he made mules.
Maybe
But anyways,
just
there is a
easier.
couple mules that are completely encumbered. But one of the things that was funny, he would over encumber himself on purpose, just to make it so he only had to buy the one trade item instead of a few to go overweight to level his weight, right? But he would use his silver to do that.
Good. That's not that hard. I have like 150 million silver kicking around,
True,
so it's like.
It was just funny. He was just like, I'm just going to throw my silver and I'm over capacity. Okay, I'm going to switch to my phone.
Yeah. I probably should go to bed soon, but I'm nowhere near tired. I hit the gym at like 1 o'clock in the morning, took some pre-workout before I did it. That was a fucking mistake.
Are you one of them there nigger guys?
Oh my goodness, this is on stream, please.
Is it?
In theory. I mean, I don't think there's anyone actually watching it, but technically.
I was like, you should warn me about stuff like that before I talk.
No, it's fine.
RJ stream got banned with 0 viewers, amazing.
Awesome.
Sheldon's so toxic, he kept people away before they even showed up.
Holy.
Oh no. Do I smell of something? Get me some of them nigger colognes, I guess.
Oh, wow.
I'm just bugging you.
Oh, there are 2 viewers. That's a shame. I am so sorry.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's okay. If they can't take that, they won't take me once I get my actual microphone and they can hear me.
Oh.
I did order one. I don't need the one. I figured, like, I might as well just get one. Then I don't like have to worry about getting it back to you or losing it or damaging it or just it wearing out and then, you know. Because it is something I plan on using a lot. Like,
Yeah, but you said get back to me.
like
What do you mean?
if you were to lend me the other one that you're gonna lend me.
Oh, that microphone, right? I remember. Yeah.
I didn't wanna.
I was thinking of a headset for a sec. I was like, what?
No.
Like, you have a headset. You're talking to me, dumbass.
Yeah, my current headset has an okay mic, but the sound bleeds into it, and it's meh, to say the least.
That's alright.
It's alright for talking, not alright for streaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think as a goal, I'll probably focus on this second dog line up to now.
Sorry.
Just to get that done.
What are you gonna do, sir?
I said I think probably just because I haven't really set any goals in BDO, and I don't play MMO as well when I don't have goals. Just log in and kind of faff about for a while. And then I go, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I log out and do something I do know what to do in.
I would say set your goal for continue the main story until it's uncomfortable to continue the main story, and then grind until it's comfortable again.
So basic, okay. I just wasn't sure if I was supposed to be setting up nodes and shit while I was doing it all.
If you want to set up nodes, good nodes to set up are any, like, wheat-like products. Wheat, barley, any grains, because all of those can be turned into beer interchangeably. So, as well as, like, if you want to level production...
set up already, but...
Potatoes also work for beer. There's quite a few of those around Vital, if you want to...
I've only got one worker right now, and he's just farming potatoes. He's my potato boy.
Perfect. Potato boy is a good boy. The rest of the stuff
And
for
he's a
beer,
giant.
you just buy.
So no matter what you say, he's a giant potato.
Yeah, exactly. But
yeah.
you definitely want...
So one quick question about workers. You have to be logged in for them to be working, right?
I actually don't know. I was going to test that today.
I'm pretty sure you do, just because my guy hasn't run out of energy yet, and he only has 25 trips he can do, so it's like...
Well, to be fair, usually it takes about an hour per trip, so unless you left him for a day...
I've had him for a week.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then you probably have to be signed in. Or he gets energy back and just keeps going after he rests a little bit.
I thought the only way to replenish them was with beer, but I'm not sure. I couldn't say.
I think that's...
I'm still new, so I don't really know.
Yeah, like, I haven't screwed around with it too much. I just assumed that beer was a more efficient way of doing it, so I just went ahead and made, like, 300 beer.
Apparently I'm supposed to go to the auction and just buy a set of gear called something that starts with an A for level 20 and plus it to 5 until level 50.
Oh, Agrian or something?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's a really good early game set. Another fairly good one is Grunil. Grunil's a little more
And then at
expensive.
50 I get a different name set, I can't remember what, and then you start working on something else and then boss gear.
Yeah. I went with Boris, because it does extra damage versus...
Is this like Guild Wars 2 in the sense where you can just purchase the best gear? Because I'm pretty sure that somebody was saying on YouTube that you can just straight up buy the fully plus gear, and then if you don't like the RNG and you'd rather just make money,
yeah, that's...
instead of farming stones and shit, you can just play around with the life skills. Because I would rather farm. Because I like the life skills in this game so far, they're kind of interesting.
I agree.
So I would rather make money and then just... I might make one RNG piece just for the experience of making the full piece for the boss. But you know me, an RNG just, you know... I don't hate RNG, obviously, because I've played too many games that have RNG in them. Like the layers of RNG, and just grinded myself into a millennium, but I do like focused progression, or more than RNG. So, like, I like the idea that I can just set a money goal.
Yeah, you can do that, and 100% you can buy, like, up to the Tetra.
Yeah.
The Tetra Kazarka, which is probably what your endgame weapon is going to be. I think there's
But
literally only one class that doesn't use the Tetrachazarka.
Watch it be mine. Watch it be mine.
Yeah, but and it would be
Shit.
easier to get, because you have to fight, like, Kazarka and get a good RNG drop. And fighting the world bosses is no joke.
Oh, there's a funny video on YouTube you might like. I'll try and find of a guy, really high tier PvP player, who's on his Mystic, and he's purposely using a low level set for, like, he's trying to look like a level 56-ish noob, right? In the zones, and then he throws on all his PvP gear with like 200, almost 250 AP.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
steamrolls them 2-3 at a time after they hit him. So he was just trying to debate a whole bunch of people.
Just go in and steal their mobs, and then just destroy them.
Yeah, he goes in and steals their mobs, and then they hit him, thinking he's going to be an easy kill. Swaps to his main gear, and one of them was smart. He actually started running. Like, oh no, fuck this. But he didn't get away.
The poor man. Holy, I've been killing these guys for like 100 years, and I still need one ring. I'm farming the Crimson set from this area, and it's like the Azula's Crimson Earring belts. Necklace. I have the necklace, I have the ring, I have one ring, I have both earrings, the belt, the necklace. I need one fucking ring, and then I'll be good to move on from this area. But until that ring drops, I can't do anything else.
Yeah, I have to hop on 11 at some point today and do some filming missions too. On my third screened character.
Yes! Oh! Yes! Speak of the devil!
Nice.
Alrighty, that is so alright with me. You have no idea. Alright, 138 Awakening AP. So almost 140, which is pretty fucking sick, honestly.
Oh. Okay. Allison's going out of town today.
Aw.
That's just
Now you'll
for a
have
day.
too many times to play video games. What shame.
Well, I already have lots of time. I wouldn't have married someone that wasn't going to give me time to play.
Alright, that's only other people that I know.
Yeah. But I can't play, I'm married. I'm gonna hop back on the computer one sec.
Alright. I'm gonna body slam a man to death. We've produced 4 wheat. What a waste of time. Come on. You can do better than that, Mr. Worker. I know you can. Speaking of which, where's my ale? I need to get my workers back up to the fighting strength. I have like 8 workers, and it's beginning to be slightly difficult to... Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Are you
Full
not?
inventory.
Professional Goblin, level 10. You lazy ass little goblin, what the heck are you doing? I know you're supposed to be doing something and you're not. Typical goblin scum. Is it this one? Hey, it is. Change maximum. Alright, start work. Perfect. Stupid goblins. They always ruin everything. Dude, this professional goblin worker that I managed to snag, holy crap, is he a god? He finishes his work in literally half the time of all my other workers and gets like 10 times as many resources. I love him.
Yeah, from what I read, it was giants carry more and can do more runs but work slower. Humans are right in between and goblins are faster. But have less trips before they have to replenish. So
Yeah, sounds
they basically said if you're going to be around a lot, goblins are better. If you're kind of in between, humans are better. And if you're away from your computer a lot, then giants are better.
I mean, it still takes the goblin 8 hours to go through all of his stamina, so, I mean, I can just redo them right before I go to work, and then it'll be good to go. A guy invited me to his guild today.
Up to you, man.
No, I'm not going, it's just... I'm surprised. I forgot that other people play this game and aren't complete assholes. He came in and he killed one of my mobs, and then he saw me while I was standing in the middle killing like 37 of them, and he just went off to the side and he's like, "Sorry, dude. See you later." I'm like, "Alright. Thanks." What are you farming? We ended up farming the opposite thing, so we partied up for a while, and you know, if I saw the ring, I'd let it drop for him, and if he saw the earring, he'd let it drop for me, etc.
A temporary gay relationship.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really good at those.
I'm a non-committal Pinot fiend.
Yes. That's exactly what I am.
RJ, that's not how you spell committal, boy.
Huh?
That's not how you spell committal, boy.
I don't get the joke. It might be a dumb. That's okay.
It's not a mite. Just kidding.
That's fair.
Hey.
Good old Gary. I see him about 3 times a day. He just stands on the western border, right in the middle of the arch. Just sitting there. I'll miss him when I hop servers. Unless it's an NPC. To be fair, I haven't really looked that closely. I've only got like 30 days on this server left.
But on Olivia or whatever?
Yeah, well, like, I've only got like 20 days left. Alright, horse can go over by the stable so that I know where he is.
If you have a lot of stuff, leave it with me.
Oh my god.
Within your allowed space, of course.
I got 2,356 helm ornaments while I was doing this. They're worth 800 each, so I just made like 2 million silver by grinding for that ring.
Fucking rings.
Right? To be honest, though, that's not all the money I made. Over the last like 2 hours, I probably made like 7 million silver by just getting lucky with drops.
Hello there, I'm Laura.
Yeah, 2 million silver was sent to your stash. I got 3 forbidden books? I think that's all I needed. I think I can turn those in now. That's so stupid. Movement speed +2, that wouldn't be bad to infuse in my armor. Yeah, I probably made about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a million. 2, 3, 2.3, 2.3 million silver in items, 3 million silver in sellables. Yeah, about 6.5 mil probably.
You can entrust your goods without worry.
Not
since it's
awful.
An official
Not
trade
awful.
Zone
Not the
approved
best
by the head
either,
of the
but
Magic Guild.
not awful by any means. I need to repair the items before I'm allowed to sell them, however.
That's nonsense. This wagon brought our product. This belongs to us now.
Oh hey, my greatsword's sold. That's kind of nice.
You won't lose out if you trade through me.
Don't mind if I do take that extra 3 million. Well, I just threw up in my mouth a lot. By the time all this stuff sells, I'm probably only going to make like 5 million. Stupid taxes. Although, they could definitely give me more Grunel pieces and I wouldn't be angry. I should make a berserker.
I've heard they're fairly easy but fun.
Sounds
High
about right.
strength and defense without much work.
Yeah, sounds like a berserker to me. Put them in the heaviest armor and put them on the front line, coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what siege weapons... Like, is siege like specific, they give you a weapon kind of deal, or what?
I'm not sure. Asking the wrong guy.
That's fair. Anyway, all my stuff is on the market board. I really need to find like a trade vendor in Heidel. Where's an easy one? There has to be one around here somewhere. Nearest trade manager. Calpheon scum. Unfortunately, all my business stuff is in Calpheon, so I can't necessarily agree with all these Hydilians.
You came to see me. I guess you're pretty good at sensing where the money is.
I keep getting trade levels just on accident because monsters drop the shit that like is tradable, and I just trade it in at the nearest dude. And it gives me like a level every time I do it. Oh, and have you been keeping... I don't know if you're like of the appropriate level to get them yet, but like the big snowballs, sturdy tree branch, and steel buckets.
I have 30 tree branch. I'm not sure about the rest of it.
Big snowball, sturdy tree branch, and a steel bucket makes a snowman if you hit L and manufacture. Once it is done being manufactured, which it might take a couple attempts, it's like a mid-tier recipe, but anyone can attempt it. You can you spin the wheel and hopefully get a good item out of it. You can make up to like 200 million silver depending on what you get. It can be as low as like 200,000 to 200 million, depending on whether or not you are lucky and get a rare Kazarka weapon or an archer Kazarka weapon specifically is what you're hoping for, I guess, because it's worth the most money and you could just sell it and buy your own.
Okay. Just trying to decide what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Come on, Kazarka weapon. What are you gonna
I guess
give
I
me?
should go to the marketplace and get that set. That's what I should
Are
do.
you serious? I got a black weapon stone? Oh my god. That's literally the worst thing I could have gotten. I wanna die.
It's okay. They say that you get what you deserve.
Yeah,
Leave it with me.
that's true.
Within your allowed space, of course.
I'll keep that gem because it's expensive and I'm probably gonna need a couple.
What's the name of that set that I'm supposed to be getting?
Agirian. AGE, and it'll probably come up in its full glory.
Goals, each an ethereal thing.
Liver toe weapon bundle. Man. What I wouldn't do to get a liver toe weapon bundle. Calpheon. Oh, I do have two of them. Okay, well, let's go over there. I have like 270 million silver worth of items and shit just from fucking
Do I really
around.
want the Agirian set?
All of the AP, all of the armor points or whatever, are based on its upgrades. So, pretty much all gear at level 1 is going to start with like 1, if that's what you're looking
I
at.
see. Yeah.
But once you upgrade it, it increases it drastically. I'm wearing the Grunel set just because it gives me extra armor and AP versus monsters.
Yeah, I can see that now, actually.
Yeah. Actually, it's all AP by 7 when you're wearing all parts of the Grunel set. Yeah, Agirian, pretty good starter set. You get a lot of the Agirian set from doing the main quest line if you're paying attention, but it's honestly, you get so much shit from the quest. I wouldn't be surprised if you just took the helmet because it's the first thing in the list and said fuck it. Well, I'm gonna go to Calpheon, and I'm going to see if I get this liver toe weapon, because if I do, that's just like a nice 111 million silver in my pocket. And,
What's the difference between Green Agirian and non?
Green Agirian won't have any special effects. If you look at the blue Agirian, it'll be like blue Agirian of the Crimson Flame, or blue Agirian of Intimidation, or whatever, and it has a bonus effect for each piece when you put it on. It doesn't affect set bonuses or anything. I'm actually not sure how it would affect upgrading, because I'm not sure when you fail an
What do you
upgrade.
upgrade your armor with?
Blackstone armor. Every time you upgrade your armor, and this is maybe easier to explain if you're looking at it, but I'll do my best. Every time you upgrade your armor, there's a % chance of doing it. Up to +7, there's like 100% chance, so you'll almost never fail. After that, it goes down like exponentially to like the point where when you're at 14 going to 15 plus, it's like 1.5% at base. But every time you fail upgrading something, it increases the chance for it to succeed next time. So, pretty much, once you get up to the point where your trying to upgrade your good pieces, what you're gonna do is you're going to get like a set of Reblath armor. Shitty armor, no one would use it. But you get it to plus 14, you get a bunch of them to plus 14, and you just keep trying to upgrade it from plus 14 to plus 15 to increase that multiplier. And then after you're at like plus 25-ish, you would attempt to do your actual piece. Because every time it fails, it lowers the durability, and you need another base item to increase the durability of the item.
Okay.
So that's what fail stacking is. That's what I was talking about the other day in text, but it was Chinese apparently. You get a shitty piece of armor, build up your stacks, and then you try your real one. It's a fairly simple strategy, but it took way more longer than it should have for me to understand it. The only unfortunate part is you need hundreds upon hundreds of black stones to make it work, and there's always the chance that it'll succeed from 14 to 15, and then you're just fucked out of like a couple fucking million silver. But I mean, when you're doing upgrades with weapons and stuff that are worth like 200 to 300 million silver, you don't care. Plus, you can always unenhance the item, like you can break it down for its blackstone amount again, and then just have them again. But it only gives you one per upgrade level. So even if you use like 15 of them to go from 13 to 14, say, you'd only get one for that +1 stage when you break it down.
So then I'd go to enhancement and use my blackstone armor. Okay.
My suggestion, honestly, I mean, you've been getting millions of dollars for doing it. I would save them for doing the harder ones and just buy a piece of +5, because there's a lot of +5 and +10, because those are fairly common drops from enemies.
Okay.
And they're only like a million or two a piece. You'll end up saving money in the long run by just buying the lower tier ones,
This is the Bank.
generally speaking.
The Bank of Hope operates only for the citizen.
Alright, let's see what I get.
Get on your feet if you're done. Hey, you're not the only one busy.
Oh, thank fucking God there's a skip enhancement button. I thought there wouldn't be for a sec. I was like, what? I have to watch every time?
Manners. Where are your manners?
Man, do I wish literally anyone was able to do this with me. No one's even close to level 52. Makes me sad.
Sorry there, but
If you guys can get there within 7 days, I have a spell book that'll let me summon a rather spooky monster, and if we kill it, there's a chance we can get a liver toe item, and those are worth approximately 100 million silver.
If you can't afford to pay back, don't take out a loan.
It sucks that those expire. I don't know if I want to start, like, just blatantly grinding silver now, or if I want to, like, look into what endgame suit of armor I should be going for PvE, and then,
New food. It won't be easy to make, except for me.
what is my warrior endgame set? Let's take a look. There's gotta be somebody who's figured out the maths. Right? Like, is boss armor endgame, or...
I'm not sure. You know more than I do.
I don't know, you were saying something about it earlier.
I was just watching a guy say the general progression list, but I don't know how accurate it is.
Fair enough.
Halcyon is big, isn't it?
Armor. Armor. God, that's expensive. I can afford that, but my God. 95 million? Why? What is so good about this piece of armor? Akumi.
Is that a tangible item? What's Advice of Valks?
Oh, if I remember what Advice of Volks is correctly, it gives you it gives you multipliers towards a successful enchantment without failing.
Okay.
Hard to say. Pretty much I'm looking for a dandy sub-weapon, which is... or like a dandy greatsword, which is expensive, and there's none on the market board. Like, to put it in perspective, Tetra Dandelion Greatsword is 1,372,000,000 silver.
Oh.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Like, even the Pry is 290 million. That's the additional damage to humans PvP greatsword, though, so... regular dandelion greatsword is 88 million. That's a rough life. Yeah, getting from duo to try should really be a top priority for me. Mercenaries, greatsword. Try mercenaries, greatsword. Yeah, that's a lot of friggin' damage. That's also worth 150 million.
Oh, this song makes me want to watch Fate all over again. Brave Shine opening for Unlimited Blade Works.
Oh, okay. That's what does it
You
for
and I
you?
still have to watching Origaru.
I think so.
What?
Hmm?
What do you mean you think so?
I think so. I think we do. I agree.
Well, you're wrong for not being positive, but
Okay. I'm 75% times 73 positive. Would you like
you know
some
what was
of my
funny?
special
Is
wheat?
Allison and I, well, I've already seen it, but I started watching K with her. You don't have to know what it's about. But do you know an anime called Soreidori Children?
No.
Okay, it's a comedy anime about young, like, looks like almost middle school, maybe high school dating, but it's done as a comedy sketch. It's not like an actual romance or anything.
Right.
It's just people having misunderstandings and problems that are funny and stupid. And one of the characters Allison loves. I mean, honestly, you know what? Fuck that, RJ. Fuck it, never mind. You're just gonna have to see it with me. It's short episodes, so we could watch the whole thing in like an hour.
Alright. I will do that, but I can't do it tonight.
You don't have to do it tonight.
I'm
just saying that the character that is probably the funniest in the show has a very, very recognizable voice. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And when we started watching K, we realized the protagonist had the same voice actor. So it made it much harder to take him seriously, because Ore, wa? It's like, no. Although I almost fucking, I never told you, you know, like Duke from Tales of Vesperia, his voice actor, the really deep voice dude?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so while I was playing Trails of Cold Steel, the first one, and then you finally get introduced to the Radiant Blade Master, who has the same voice actor. I'm pretty sure I did an arcing back cum shot all over my wall. Just like
Jesus.
That's just like, oh, that'd be it. So
Jesus.
it was just so unexpected for me to hear my favorite voice actor in one of the most like built-up characters in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns out to be Best Girl's dad, and you're like, oh.
Marry her to get to the dad. Easy.
Mm-hmm. I never thought I'd be using a daughter to get to her father.
You clearly haven't thought like me very long.
No. Okay, stupid side quests are all done now. Time to get back to the main story. Slash the main, get it over with.
This is so expensive.
Come on, one day, Dios. Start making money, RJ.
Yeah, well, I have a bunch of money. I just don't want to spend it yet. I feel like I should try this Mercenary's Greatsword, because it would increase my damage significantly. Like, by like 20, I'd be at 150 AP, which would be a lot. But I also need to replace my armor. Like, I straight up either need to replace or, like, upgrade my armor. Because the only thing holding me back from just going to a higher level area and grinding my life away is the fact that I will get two-shot. And like this... three-piece heavy. What is heavy?
Well, it's probably not very light.
Strength. Strength gloves of heaven. I feel like this is an old post because the Grinnell is just simply better than that set.
Could be. Uh-oh. Okay.
12 months ago. Yeah, there's definitely been a patch since then.
Yep.
How long ago was this made?
The great thing about playing Final Fantasy 11 and BDO, they both have downtime, so I can just switch between one and the other. Don't let me down. RJ, I'm breaking up with you.
Oh, okay.
Just to go against the song.
That's fair.
You can send me under.
Tree spirit, root of all ancient.
Also, RJ, I have to completely remake my Dark Knight because I didn't give her pink hair. So, shit. What you gonna do?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding. I made my Dark Knight Nemo because it's a Dark Knight, so of course I did. Talk to this asshole. Oh no, RJ. Monsters become angry.
Monster has become anger.
You know, it's nighttime. Use Altana's Firefly to light up the darkness. No, I want more experience. Fuck off. Do you know who I am? I'm Bowser from Sonic.
Oh, good.
Everyone's saying that the fucking... I think they mean Archer, that the Archer's like super twinky, but I don't think that's being very nice to her.
What? The fuck?
The Archer?
Yeah, I
New guy?
know.
You didn't get my joke?
I did get your joke.
Okay. Because if someone wasn't going to get it, I would have been surprised if that was you.
85 million and there's not even one on the board. How would I go about getting this?
I don't know. Partially because I don't know what this is, and even if I knew what it was, I wouldn't know. Oh, Winter's Water. Oh wait, no, I'm in Winter's Waters. Okay, where the fuck is...
Alright.
I'm trying to think, but an epic part of a song came on, so I was just like totally distracted.
How do I... How do I,
I'm sure you'll get the sentence said
Oh
eventually.
my
Go
God.
ahead.
How do I do the strength training AFK? Who do I have to talk to? What do I have to do?
Oh, go to Valier or someplace, doesn't matter. Talk to a trade manager, pick up enough trade items to become over encumbered, and then create an auto loop.
Oh, okay. So, in theory, could I just pick up enough money and then walk to a trade manager and just get one item?
Yeah, you just have to be over encumbered. As long as you're carrying a trade item, because you do, I think you have to be carrying a trade pack. I don't think just being over encumbered is enough.
No, yeah. It's,
So you are going to have a trade item as part of your over encumbrance, yeah.
Okay. So just buy a trade item, create an auto loop in town, and then I'm going the fuck to bed because I have to
But
work.
trade items are like super heavy, so don't worry about getting over encumbered.
Oh, okay.
It's like a book is like 50L. Is Mystic that much better than DK? No, it's not better than DK, it's just a hard counter to DK. DK does way more damage than Mystic. What are you talking about? DKs are a mid-range glass cannon. That's why I like them so much.
Wait, how many of these did I pick up? Oh, I don't even need to be over encumbered, it looks like.
Just be carrying a trade item?
Yeah, looks like it anyway.
Anyway, it levels pretty slowly. That's why you should do it pretty consistently.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to do it every night from now on.
It's just better than buying weight from the shop.
Yeah.
I think. Like, how much is it for weight anyway? I'm gonna try and check. Function, I think. Yeah, it's 2,800, so it's like 28 bucks.
That's awful.
So 30 bucks for 300 LT. And while it'll take you a couple weeks of doing that, not like non-stop weeks, but a couple weeks of leaving it on overnight, doing that carrying to get 300 LT, like, come on, it's free.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't utilized this black spirit thing yet that I unlocked either.
Okay, yeah, now I'm getting I'm incredibly over encumbered.
So,
Is there like an optimal weight at which I should be?
no, not that I understand. From what I understand, it's just being over encumbered.
But like, would I, if I was over encumbered a little, could I move faster and gain more experience? I wonder.
I don't think that there's an in-between state. I think it's you're either over encumbered or you're not.
Yeah, but I think the more weight you have, the more slowly you move.
Can't afford to pay back.
Don't know. Never tried it. All the guys I did just went right to over encumbered. But I didn't read if there was any benefit to having more. I just heard that it levels slowly no matter what, so. Good to
Whatever.
tell you, bud.
We keep your items safe, for sure.
You do move faster. I don't know if it affects anything. I'm just gonna carry an extra million gil because you can.
How do you activate your black spirit again?
Comma.
No, not that. The rage.
Oh.
C.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna activate it because I don't know what it does. I assume it just makes you stronger overall for a bit.
Yeah. You can look at it. It is a skill technically. It's just it's at the very, very bottom of your skill list if you wanted to look at it. And then I just hit T and my character should auto loop to my target and back. Hopefully. Well, I wish you luck, buddy, because I'm going to bed.
Alright, have a good one there, dude.
Yeah, you too. We'll have to talk and
See you later.
consolidate our information later once I have a little more of it, because admittedly right
I'm
now
starting playing now.
I'm just testing everything at the moment, trying to read up on most of it, and it's a lot of the information's really old. I don't know why, but it seems like a few places updated their wiki and then no one decided to do it again ever after the updates. So
Welcome to Final Fantasy XI wikis.
right.
And I don't even say it's a downside because I'm surprised they get updated. All they have been slowly getting updated again because a team of people put together a site and have been transferring all the information to it and updating it. And people on YouTube. Guess what it's up to, by the way, now, RJ? For the first time, Final Fantasy, 13 months ago, breached 2,000 active players at any given time on the server Asura. Right?
Over 11.
Yeah, for 11, 2,000 it breached.
Right.
And just last month, it finally, for the first time in, I think, like 9 years, breached 3K. That's just online users, right? So that's a 50% user increase, which means that there's actually probably overall about 8K people who joined the game.
Nice.
So the sub increase is actually going up quite a bit. I was like, what? And they say on the current trend, we'll know it's still going on the up and up if in 3 months it's at about 3,200 at peak time.
Nice. Also, congrats on 40. I am gonna go to bed.
Oh,
now.
I just dinged. I didn't even notice I did 40.
Told me before I
Well,
told you.
I was just in, well, I think I have notifications turned off too. But the, yeah, I was just barely into 39. I guess that boss just gave me like a full level. Okay. Yeah. Other than that, I'm just really stupid and not paying attention. That's also a strong possibility.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm gonna stop streaming and I'm gonna go to sleep. So
Alright.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Cool. See you next.